My name is Trevor, and in this video, I want to tell you the full end-to-end story of how I went from being a broke college student back in 2020 with less than $1,000 to my name to somebody who started a business and found success with making money online just 5 months later, and hit my first 10K per month, and then even exceeded that into the future just a few months after that, actually going all the way to 50K per month. And I'm going to walk you through my full story so I can show you that the thoughts that you have right now and where you're at right now in your life, you're not alone. And this happens to people who go on this journey. And I'm going to also show you how I was able to overcome that to get to where I am today, because I didn't get money handed to me. I didn't get a present that fell from the sky that started paying me 10K per month. What I did do is the principles that I'm going to talk about in this video, and I'm going to show you that literally anybody can do this, assuming that you follow the steps in this video. So in order to go in depth on this story, I actually got to go all the way back to COVID, which was 2020. I was a senior in high school after working a couple fast food jobs. Also worked as like a swim instructor for a little bit, lifeguard, and I also did a little bit of retail. I ultimately realized that I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 job, which sounded crazy because to me, it wasn't that I didn't want to work. It was that I didn't want to work for someone. And when I told that to my parents, they just called me lazy. But it wasn't that. I knew deep down it was just I was willing to work as hard as possible. I was a 3-sport athlete. I was very into sports. I just didn't want to work for someone else. And when COVID hit in 2020, basically everyone was forced out of school, back to, well, I guess even people working 9 to 5 jobs, for most people, they were forced to go into isolation for a little bit. And for me, when I first got into isolation, I was just like everyone else. I played video games a ton. My sleep schedule was horrible. I was depressed, lazy, all that stuff. But I ultimately had kind of this awakening because COVID, one of the best parts about it was the fact that you had so much time to reflect. And ultimately, I realized that I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 job, and that the direction that I was headed in with going to college, getting that piece of paper, spending $100,000, then working a job, it wasn't conducive to where I wanted to be in my life. And I wasn't judgmental of anyone else. It's just where I wanted to be in my life, what I envisioned of what I want my life to look like. I wasn't going in the right direction with going to college, right? So I basically realized that corporate life to me was very cringe. I didn't want to have to wake up and sit in a cubicle every single day and talk to people and like fake that I like these people at the job when I don't. And I also don't want to barely make enough money to get by. And also, like, you can't even go on vacation. Like, you have to request to go on vacation, and sometimes they just say no. Not much freedom there, right? And so, superseding this even more, as I was going through this and in this time of isolation, I was on TikTok a good amount of time every single day, and I began seeing people making money online with different business models on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And at first I thought that they were all like scammers that were just like because I didn't even realize that it was possible. But I actually realized that these people were incredibly smart. And when I realized that, and when I also realized the fact that they weren't special at all, they just found an opportunity that I didn't know existed, it really pissed me off. It actually pissed me off to the point where I realized that I could do it too. And so that ultimately started me on my journey of starting to make money online, because I got so pissed off seeing these people making money online. I wasn't jealous of them. I wasn't jealous of their life. I was more pissed that my entire life I had been brainwashed that you have to go to college, you have to go get a job, you have to save your money, go get a mortgage, and that there's no other route, when in reality there is, right? And during this time as well, when I started to see people, I actually used this anger in the beginning of being so pissed off seeing this, and I started putting that into my self-improvement. I started getting into the gym. I started reading books. I started acquiring skills. I basically used that pain and anger, and I used it as like motivation towards starting down the process of at least just becoming a better person. So I started quitting bad habits. I started reducing time that I was spending on my phone. I started to slowly stop playing video games. I started to get in the gym, etc. And then ultimately, I came to a very specific realization about how to make money online. It's that in order to make money, you have to provide value to the marketplace. And I didn't have much value to provide in the beginning. So ultimately, I realized that you have to acquire skills and you have to become valuable to the marketplace to make money, right? And so that led me down the path of starting different business models and trying to make money online. The first thing that I tried was drop shipping. I did it for like literally 2 days, and I realized how bad of a business model it is. If you're watching this video right now, either you've probably tried drop shipping before and didn't find success with it, or just please don't go down that path. Do anything else besides that, right? I also tried affiliate marketing. I did that for about 5 or 6 months, and I actually found a good amount of success with that, which was really awesome. It was my first taste of how to make money online, but it wasn't scalable. It wasn't any like serious or crazy amount of income. And I realized that in order to continue making money with that business model, I would either need to run ads or I'd need to build a massive social media following, which it can become very complicated, and the margins are very, very tight with affiliate marketing. And ultimately, then I came across my third business model. So the third business model I ever tried was appointment setting. And I realized with this business model, it had all the answers that I was looking for. It had, you can start making money now. You can also focus on building your skills, therefore providing more value to the marketplace, therefore making more money. And it also has like a long-term like potential, or like you can use the skills to segue into something else in the future. And I also realized a very dark secret right around this time. I realized that all of the people that were talking about ways to make money online with those like stupid ass thumbnails where they're like sitting back in their chair, making money online is like super easy. Go make 10K per month listening to music and all this garbage. I realized that all of these people were selling some sort of course or coaching program. And I realized that that truly probably was the best business model, assuming that you do it ethically, right? That probably was the best business model. So imagine you actually have a good course and you actually have a good coaching program and it provides a ton of value to people. That was probably the best business model out there. And so appointment setting, when I first got started with it, I realized that I could just go in and sell somebody else's. They had a great product, good attention, etc. I would just go in and sell theirs, and then I'd see the ins and outs of their business so that 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, which is ironically where I'm at today, I could run one of those kind of businesses of my own, right? But again, in the beginning, you need skills first. That's the biggest thing that you need to understand. If you want to make more money, you have to provide more value to the marketplace. You need skills to do that, right? And so my idea was I'm going to go in and I'm going to work with one of these kind of businesses. I'm going to see the ins and outs of how they run their business so that eventually I can run one of my own. And I got to the point doing appointment setting for about 3 or 4 months where I was making between 3 to 5K every single month, which was enough money for me to have the courage and the balls to go up to my parents and tell them that I'm going to drop out of college. I don't care what you say. And I did that. It wasn't 10K per month yet. So officially, after starting appointment setting, about 3 months in, I hit my first 5K per month. And at the same time, ironically enough, I met up with a business partner. His name is Alex. He might even be watching this video. I don't know. But we ended up starting our own agency at the time. And I was using my skills of appointment setting, and I also started picking up the skill of sales to help him as my business partner inside of the agency. And he had the content and the branding and the service delivery, etc. So we kind of had our own rules and responsibilities there. And in doing that, one of the biggest lessons that I learned is that you need to work with a mentor in this journey, or it can get very, very, very tough. So we decided to work with a mentor who could help us build this business and scale it. And that was exactly what happened. To keep it very, very short, we grew that business to 50K per month in like 4 months. And then we basically maintained 50K to 60K. So, well, actually like 40 to 60K per month for like a good 2 years. And that's where I'm at today. And from that business, we pay ourselves just depending on what we need, basically. But that was basically the journey and the story of how I got to 10K per month. There were really three main insights that I learned my entire journey. The first one was when I was first getting started. It's there's no magic business model that's going to allow you to make money online. There's definitely some that are better than others, but the best business model is building yourself and building your own value so that you can provide more value to the marketplace. For a beginner, most cases, you likely don't have a lot of money and you have a lot of time. So you need to use your time and you need to trade it for money in a good way. And eventually you're going to get to the point where you have enough money where you can start, using that and having that to your advantage. And business owners, in a lot of cases, especially the right ones, they have a lot of money, but they don't have enough time. So the most logical step, instead of starting a business in the beginning when you don't have a lot of money and it's a ton of risk, go in and do sales for a business that is in the process of growing. You can start to make money now. You can make 5 to 10K per month, which is awesome for a lot of people. You can also see the ins and outs of how they run their business so that you can basically prime yourself up to eventually run one of your own. So that's the first insight that I learned. The second one was that working with a mentor, it's not to say that you can't do it on your own. It's just very tricky. You can 100% just watch my YouTube videos, watch all that stuff, watch a bunch of other guys' videos, and eventually figure it out on your own. But overall, time is far more important than money. And so if I told you that tomorrow you're not going to be able to wake up, but I'm going to give you $10 million, you wouldn't take that trade. So basically, waking up tomorrow is more valuable than $10 million. So your time is actually far more valuable than money. People say time is money. No, it's not. It's not even close. And so working with a mentor it's essentially a shortcut to you speeding up the process of finding success on your own, because you will be successful one day. It's just a matter of when. And if you value your time and you realize that time is far more valuable than money, you shouldn't bat an eye at investing money into yourself and working with courses and mentors. Maybe not as much courses. Courses are okay, but working with mentors is far better because it's going to help you speed up the journey and speed up the process of finding success, right? And so with that being said as well, since I've gone through this transformation myself, I've now actually just 4 or 5 months ago started helping other young men go down that same transformation as well, and it's been awesome. We've had numerous students completely change their lives, going from people working 9-to-5 jobs, or some kids in high school, some kids in college, completely changing their lives, making money online, and more importantly, just becoming better people, becoming more disciplined people, quitting bad habits and all that stuff. And so that truly now has become my passion, and that's why I put so much effort into YouTube, because I genuinely just want to help more people go through that journey that I went through myself, because it changed my life. And so now I've actually started a program named Remote Sales Mastery, where I help people follow in my footsteps. Basically the exact same path that I went through, I help people go through that same process as well. And likely working with me, you can avoid a lot of the mistakes that I went through in the beginning. You can just totally skip that over, right? So to kind of wrap things up here, if you feel like I did a few years ago, where you're pissed off seeing all these people making money online, you're sick of getting flexed on every single time you open social media, and you want to make changes in your life and you're serious about it, and you want to fast track your way to finding success, you can check out the video in the description where I talk about how to make money online as a beginner, with remote sales and appointment setting. And also you can check out the other link in the description, actually above that, where I talk about reopening my coaching program named Remote Sales Mastery. You can see if that's something that if you think would help you out or not. If you don't want to join, that's fine. Just keep watching the YouTube videos. But if you're looking to fast track your success and you're wanting to work with somebody along the way and you think that I'd be the guy for you, You can watch that video and then you can book a call with myself, assuming it's something that you'd be interested in. But other than that, you guys take care and have a fantastic rest of your day.